What does this do? 2 starter decks, 10 base set packs, and 5 event tickets. It includes access to practice draft gauntlets and phantom draft tournaments. Excellent. Claim items. Practiced against the bot, customize your decks, and you can do some stuff. Oh, this is cool. Pre-constructed decks. Do these cost anything? It's quite interesting. Do I open these? Apparently you can actually sell them. 159. So I could sell them and get basically the purchase price back. Or I could crack them for fun. And potentially build or improve some decks. Kind of interesting actually. Actually they probably don't sell for this much, right? Sell cards. Wow. So I don't think you can sell all the basic cards, can you? I'm just curious about how much the packs themselves sell for. These price differences are remarkable. Most of the cards are pretty cheap, that's good. I'm guessing the 5p ones are commons, and the like 80p ones are uncommons. And then the ones that cost actual money are like tournament rares. Apparently, so Axe is the most expensive one. It costs almost as much as the game itself, but less, actually, less than the last thing I realised. And there was another one, was it Drow Ranger? £10. I mean, so this is interesting. I don't want to do a whole long discussion about this, because everyone kind of has their own opinion, and it depends on your budget and your experiences. Like, this is quite a bit cheaper than Magic, at least. It's a lot cheaper than Magic. And it's kind of cheaper than at least Hearthstone, I think. Like, if you wanted to buy a Hearthstone deck, it would cost a bit more in packs. My god, those are some stats. Holy crap. What on earth? Choose an allied red hero that battles its enemy's neighbours. That's insane. Okay, now I can see why this guy is so expensive. It's really good. So, yeah, I guess if you wanted to buy a deck, apparently they cost about 50 quid, which is like, if you've played Magic, you know, standard decks in Magic usually cost well, actually now they'll probably be a bit cheaper, because the current standard environment in Magic is a lot kind of healthier than previously, but we've had standard environments that cost, you know, £300 to buy and maybe more. This one less than that. It's probably 100, 150 quid for like a good deck. Oh, the price has actually changed since I... Oh, they update dynamically. That's interesting. So, the flip side is that not being able to play for free, it's good and bad. Not being able to play for free means that there's no chance to grind. Like, you have to spend money, full stop. End of story. Like, the packs cost money, the events cost money, the cards cost money. Which kind of means that if, basically, constructed artifact is a normal game, like, you pay probably about 50 or 60 quid to buy the game, as it were, with one deck. And from there you can probably earn tickets that let you get more packs. So you can potentially expand to other decks in the future for less, or draft for less. I assume there's not much point doing it if you're just going to play ladder. So I assume if you're interested in playing tournaments, it's kind of the price of a normal game, I guess. Which then maybe repeats in future, but hopefully you've managed to win some matches and offset the price that way. So I guess you can establish yourself with this upfront cost. That's a lot cheaper than Magic the Gathering. And you know, like, I have spent a fair bit more on that on Duelist, so I don't know. It feels bad. I think it's actually not that like, if you're actually going to get into the game, it probably isn't a terrible experience being able to just like, okay, well, I'm a card game player who has budgeted for card games in the past. I can afford an artifact deck, so I'll just buy one and then start playing. You know, once you've gotten the hang of it and picked a deck, probably. The flip side is, like, if you just want to try the game out, there's no way to do that. Which I dithered over buying it for a long time, whereas I'm quite curious about the game. Like, if it was free, I'd have signed up and probably done this video 2 weeks ago. Or whenever, you know, whenever it came out. It was... And I think this could have gone a lot worse. Like, these prices are not bad at all, considering. Like, I'm only seeing a few of them that cost more than a $5. And the vast majority of them are pennies. Which is great. Like, that's kind of how it should be. Wow, that's really powerful. What a card. What the hell? 3 mana board wipe. That's nuts. I guess a lot of the time it will only kill creeps. So getting distracted by which cards actually exist in this game. I don't know how things will change as like the meta evolves. Probably much the same way they do in other card games. Like, it is possible to sell your stuff back to get let me try that again. It's possible to sell your stuff back to, like, basically offset the price. It doesn't look like you can actually sell packs, so I don't think there's any downside to opening them. Let's do a pack crack in this video, why not? We can crack packs while we talk about them. Okay, so you get 12 cards in a pack with... Oh, cool, you don't actually have to click. So those are items rather than high rarity cards. Why is the Blade of the Vigil talking to me? Please stop.
But playing a knight is easy. Wielding one of their swords is far more challenging.
It's quite cool that there's like long voiceovers for flavor, but not right now. Choose an allied hero it taunts. I assume that means you have to attack it. Choose a combat target. Okay, sure. Probably shouldn't read all of these through because I'll be here for ages. Oh, that's my rare card. Is it Axe? I've seen this card played on streams. It has like a really silly animation where a little tree waddles over and sits on something. This game seems to be like really halfway between serious and silly. Like, this thing had a really serious voiceover that's like kind of emotional, well done. But there's like a little walking tree and those silly imps and other weird things. And like, if you listen to the music, it's being on this very serious, very dramatic. It's quite not. It's not bad music. It's just like, it's probably better than most CCG like generic music. Like, what have we got? Pugna and some Nether wards. I can't see what any of this does right now, but let's assume for the sake of argument that he's okay. Oh, here we go. Condemn a random enemy improvement. Like a sideboard card or something. What does this thing do? Oh, that's pretty good. He seems like a meta card. I should probably speed through these because this video is getting a little long. Oh, hello. Skarath Mage. Oh, Mystic Flare is his signature. God, they talk a lot. I'm just going to turn the thing down so you can hear me over... Another one of these. It's probably good. A lot of the cards I've seen so far in this game are like random minions, damage to things, or buffs. Like, you can make your things bigger, you can kill their things, or you can play minions that may do either of those. Like, there's some weird cards, like this is a cool weird card. It was like, I guess this is anti-armor. The cards that interact with gold are cool, actually. So this it's not just buffs and stuff, but it's like, gonna kill your thing, gonna buff your thing. Buffs. This stuff I like. Move a creep to a random other lane. That's a cool card because you can cast it on yours or theirs. Marrowfell Brawler. That is a very large unit. Is it going to start talking at me? Wait, do they all have like a long voiceover? Like the effort's insane, but like I don't want that. That's not like useful to me. You know what I mean? Like it's like the imps, they're like really lovingly done and actually mostly just kind of get in the way. This card seems very good. Huh, neat. +1 lock. Steam cannon. That seems bonkers. I guess it's quite expensive. Why did that make a noise? That is a lot of health. One tanky boy. What does he do? Stun Tidehunters enemy neighbors this round, and each other enemy has a 50% chance of also being stunned. That's very good. Modify a red hero with +1 armor, get initiative. It's kind of boring. Open all the cards. Buffs. Damage. It's not bad. Land destruction. I think this is quite interesting actually. That this card exists. Modify 2 random cards in opponent's hand with deal 6 damage to a random allied... Oh, like a trigger? Huh. That's like a weird way of attacking their hand. That's quite interesting. I haven't seen that before. Ravenhook. Condemn a random item equipped by the unit blocking Ravenhook and get gold equal to the base of that item. Hot damn. That is some sideboard hate.
I was conscripted to the Bronze Legion.
Ricks.
They marched through my village with their shiny armor and promises of glory, and I couldn't sign on fast enough. I smiled
Ooh, nice.
when they put the conscript mark on my arm, because I knew that if I worked hard enough,
Tasha's Guard.
followed orders,
Bonus armor. Move equipped heroes enemy neighbors to random other lanes. That's hilarious. Oh, that's some kind of like big late game item. You get lots of gold. I guess there must be payoffs for the kind of gold deck.
Vanessa wanted to take it to the Burnt Hall. Pierpont wanted it safely locked away with the Sapphire Conclave. It was the
This is kind of a cool experience, except like
they leave it with Oroth.
the long
Reluctantly,
voiceovers are quite disruptive. Like you feel compelled to listen to them, but also not. Oh, that's a few good. That's cool. Sell that off. I don't know how far through these packs I am.
on a budget.
Conflag. Oh, is that a bonus rare? Nifty. Deal 2 damage to each enemy before the action phase. Sweet. So far, there doesn't seem to be like a gigantic power differential between the rares and the lower rarity cards, which is good. Apparently, Luna is a total house in draft. Before the action phase, deal 1 piercing damage to a random enemy and add a charge to 3 random Eclipse cards in your hand or deck. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, cool. Buff my dudes. Oh, that's nice. You can like fight people from far away. That's good flavor for anyone who's played Dota. Where ganking is like basically sneaking somewhere else on the map and getting a cheeky kill. Sure. Deal 2 damage to all towers in all lanes. That's lame. Oh, another one of these.
The red mist slowly marches to Stone Hall.
I like that you can get heroes at common. It means you get a decent variety of them with only a few packs. Like, I own a lot of heroes now. This thing seems really good from what I've seen. It's a buff that triggers every single turn. It lets you snowball lanes. Another Ravenhook. I hope those are worth money, because I'm probably never going to... Well, I may never play Constructed in this game anyway, but I'm unlikely to use them. So I guess, like, similar to a lot of other games, there are plenty of commons that are like, oh, I did a thing. You know, they're like small buff, small debuff, damage, removal spells. like kind of samey-ish cards, and these kind of 1 mana cards that don't do a lot. Like, I guess this is actually quite useful though. This card seems good as well. But a lot of these are very similar. Like, which is a bit of a, like, a slightly bad sign for the starter set of a game. Like, there are ideas in here, but there's a lot of them, a lot of the cards are kind of the same idea. Expressed in expressed in not massively different ways. Cool, I've run out of packs, having opened my stuff. I like this menu. I mentioned earlier, I think Valve are really good at menus.